Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to start posting some videos, try to do it more regularly. We've got a really long trip planned. This is my, I think it's a 2020 uh, Forest River Cruise Light travel trailer, 31 foot, 31 and a half. Got some upgrades on it. As you can see, I've got mini split I mounted. I've got solar on the roof, lots of solar on the roof, power inverters for 110 power. I did it pretty, I don't know, redneck on the cheap, so everything works. Again, we're going to be taking a long trip uh, coming up. I don't know, I don't want to put the date out yet, but it's coming. I figured that some of y'all might actually enjoy watching a few videos on our vehicle preps that we're doing. So we're taking 2 vehicles with us, and I'm just going to start posting videos of what we're actually going to be taking, and just letting y'all see, I don't know, some of the things that we think is important, is going to make the trip better or more enjoyable. So uh, I'm still learning, so y'all bear with me. This is my wife's 2005 Ford Explorer, 4-wheel drive. It's been a Actually, it's been a really good vehicle, to be honest. I mean, everything's got its little things, its little quirks. But so I've been throwing a few extra things on here, just trying to look ahead, plan ahead, and see maybe what works best for the long travel. So just going to go over a few things that I've done. First off, and this is still in the works. Let me get the camera flipped around. So first off, in the back of the Explorers, um, they've got these really cool fold and tumble seats. So everything folds. Reach back here somewhere. Everything folds up and out of the way. On the trip, we're going to be taking the dog and the cat, and my dog can load up in here. She's 12 years old. She still gets around really good. Casey, say hi to Casey. So she never traveled with us anywhere, to be honest, until recent. And I mean, she took to it like she'd been traveling ever since she was a pup. So the idea is, with the Explorer, this gives a lot of room. Super easy for her to get in, load up. We'll probably have a blanket back here for her if she's not traveling in the truck with me. So the idea was, with the 2 kids, if my daughter's sitting up here with my wife, and my son's 7 right now, so he's got his spot here, even he can reach over and open this fridge. So this is an ARB, I believe it's the 50 quart. I don't know, I might do a review on that. There's plenty of them out there, but I might just give you my opinions on this fridge. I have 2 others. Only one of the other ones I would actually recommend as highly as I do this one. So I'll go over that one day. I'll do a video on it. But this thing fit perfect. There used to be a middle seat here. You can see where it's missing the back here. And it just so happens that the Explorer has all really nice metal frames here on the bases of all the seats. So there was just a frame for the middle seat. Unbolt it and it pulls right out. The ARB fridge fit in there perfect. So we'll come around to the back here, get this opened up, and yep, she's in. So the fridge fits perfect in between there. You can still fold this back up and have the 3rd row seating. And then, in order to have seat belts, when you pull the middle seat out, in case anybody has this vehicle or even just a similar vehicle, it doesn't have to be the Ford Explorer, but what happened is, when you pull that middle seat out, you get this out of the way, there is not a latch mounted to this seat. All the seatbelt latches are mounted to the middle seat that I took out. But the easy fix is you can take the covers off of that middle seat. These, just like this one. It's going to be on the other side, but just like this plastic cover, if you go under the seat on the back side, when you tumble it forward, there's a couple screws, Phillips head screws. You take the covers off, and it gives you access to the side of the seat over here, down here, this plastic panel. And all I did was, as soon as I took this cover off, there is a bolt. Probably these came in different versions, different trim levels or whatever, and some of them probably had seat belts mounted to this side and maybe like a center console instead of a seat in the middle, some fancier version. And it worked out perfect. I took the latch off of the middle seat and was able to screw it right back on by taking this cover off. All I had to do was just trim out a tiny little section about that wide, maybe an inch and a quarter wide, for the solid bar of that seat belt latch. And this seat still, you can reach down here, this red tab, this one will still fold, tumble. It doesn't hit the fridge, nothing's in the way. The fridge fits when you sit in the seat. It even gives you an armrest. You could use it as a table if you're parked somewhere. The kids could use it as a, place to put their plates or their burger or whatever. So, I mean, honestly, guys, it worked out really good. It looks pretty cool in there. It's going to make it a whole lot more usable. If we run it into a town, we're going to be traveling the western half of the United States. So, if we run into a town and we want to just grab some groceries, even if we're hitting a trail, this is going to be perfect because the fridge is going to allow us to pick up fresh food, yogurt. We always take yogurt with us, salads, fruit, I don't know, anything cold that you just normally, you're always searching for ice or whatever. These things aren't cheap, but I've already had this one for years. I've had it ratchet strapped down in the back of this thing. This is my 88 Wagoneer. Looks a little sad right now. It's temporarily out of commission till after the big trip, but these are 37s. I mean, I've had it in the back of that thing, ratcheted down, and I have bounced around in Moab. That ARB fridge has been rock solid, never missed a beat. It'll run like 2 days off of, if you get a lithium battery with at least 50 amp hours, it'll run almost 2 days if you just don't even recharge the battery. So anyways, guys, that's the plan as of right now, and I'll just show you step by step each little thing. Some of them I may go into a little more detail. I may show you some of the work as I do it, but this already kind of got installed. Now I haven't run, sorry, I'm not even looking at I'm staring off to somebody else. I haven't run the power for this yet. Obviously there's a plug from the car, but sometimes if you're parked, it'll register too low. So it won't even give you the power that you need, and the fridge won't even turn on. So I really don't like that. I always run a dedicated power, 12 volt power. So on one of the next videos, I'll show you what we do, but basic idea is this guy here, which is just a real simple 30 amp. This is backwards on the screen. I'm doing selfie mode. I don't know how this works. I'm gonna learn for y'all though. This is just a Bouge RV 30 amp. I just went with the PWM because they're cheaper. I'm gonna put this I'm gonna mount this charge controller, just real simple. A couple self-tapping screws. Gonna mount it here. It's gonna be out of the way. This area is actually small enough, or big enough, I should say, I believe, to fit a 50 amp lithium battery in here. I got to take a few measurements. I don't want to put it under the hood. It's going to get way too hot under the hood for the lithium. I think it'll actually survive in here better, even with this thing closed up in the sun. It still only gets to its top rating occasionally. So think it's going to be better in here. That's going to allow me to mount really short cables from here directly to the battery that goes in here. And then I'll be able to put a really nice 12-volt plug here. Typically I like to give them a little bit of a downward slope just to help keep your 12-volt plug in. When you're bouncing around, it just typically doesn't want to slide out, you know, unless you do some kind of fancy Anderson plug or whatever. So that'll be coming up next, to really just get its own power to the fridge where we're not using the starter battery and just not taking the chance of running it down. The idea is going to be to run my cables out up here, and what that's going to do is it's going to let me put solar panel up top. This thing has a huge top, so I'm going to stick probably a 200 watt solar panel on the top, which is going to be overkill for that battery, which is exactly what I want. I've messed with solar enough to know that what you think will keep it topped off, just double it or something. Just overdo it. It doesn't cost that much at the beginning to really just put more than you need. So if we get some days where it's not sunny, get a few cloudy days or whatever, there just won't be no issue. I think it'll keep that battery topped off. I think it'll keep it topped off great. The ARB really just doesn't use a whole lot of power. So yeah, just, I don't know, kind of a short video. I'm just going to try to start posting them. It's going to be basically like vehicle prep, and I will touch base on the other vehicle that we're taking, why we're taking it, why we're taking this, and the travel trailer. I'll slowly start going over things that I've already done to the travel trailer, and things that I've done to my, this is a 2017 Chevy Colorado. It's got the, it's all going to be backwards, I guess. It's got the Duramax diesel in it. I'll go over the towing on it. I don't know, just really give y'all some better ideas of what's going on. I enjoy videos like that. I get a lot of information from everybody else posting videos. I think I'm at a point now I need to take the time and just kind of give back to the community and help everybody else out. I'll go over the top, the best top. I've had it long enough now. I'll give a pretty decent review on it, and even these fender flares, why they're here, why I chose to put them on, tires that I'm using, tires that I'm towing with, and I don't know, I just try to post a few videos if anybody's interested. So if you got any questions about the install on this right here, I'll either just hit you back in the comments. It may take me a little bit, still getting used to the whole keeping up with the YouTube and everything. If you have any questions about the Explorer, it's got about a 2.5 inch just spacer lift, which is perfect. And yeah, just let me know, guys, if there's anything you think of that you see. I don't mind making a video if enough people ask about it. So all right, I'll see you on the next video. Later.